Millions of people watched the film, felt the tension, and remembered the performance for decades. But behind the camera, behind the quiet commands and carefully crafted scenes, there was a story few ever heard. Now, at 77, Kathy Bates is reflecting on that moment in her life and what it revealed about working with Rob Reiner. Long before the spotlight found her, Kathy Bates' journey was anything but certain. Born in Tennessee, she didn't step into Hollywood with instant success. Instead, she spent years in theater, refining her craft in small productions, building a reputation not through fame, but through persistence. The industry, at the time, often overlooked performers who didn't fit a traditional mold. And Bates, with her unconventional presence and raw intensity, had to fight for every opportunity. Meanwhile, Rob Reiner was carving out a very different path. The son of legendary entertainer Carl Reiner, he grew up around storytelling. But he didn't rely on legacy alone. By the late 1980s, he had already established himself as a director known for emotionally driven films, projects that balanced character depth with mainstream appeal. Then came the moment that would change everything. Misery. Adapted from a Stephen King novel, the film wasn't just another Hollywood project. It was a risk. A confined story. A psychological battle between two characters. And at the center of it all was Kathy Bates, stepping into the role of Annie Wilkes, a character both terrifying and deeply human. The performance would go on to earn her an Academy Award. Almost overnight, she became one of the most talked-about actresses in Hollywood. But what audiences saw on screen was only part of the story. According to those who worked on the set, the atmosphere during filming was intense, but focused. Reiner's directing style, often described as precise and emotionally driven, required actors to push beyond comfort. For Bates, this meant diving deep into a character that demanded vulnerability, control, and unpredictability all at once. Many believe that this creative environment became both a challenge and a turning point. One key moment often discussed involved the physical and emotional demands of certain scenes. The film required a level of realism that wasn't easy to achieve. According to insiders, Bates approached these moments with complete commitment, while Reiner remained focused on maintaining authenticity. It was a collaboration, but one built on high expectations. Another moment came during quieter scenes, those filled with silence rather than action. Reiner reportedly encouraged restraint, allowing tension to build naturally. For Bates, this meant trusting stillness, something that would ultimately define her performance. There were also conversations, creative discussions about tone, pacing, and character choices. Those who observed the process recall a dynamic that wasn't about conflict, but about precision. Two artists, approaching the same story from different angles, working toward a shared vision. Over time, something shifted. What began as a demanding process evolved into mutual respect. Bates, reflecting years later, has spoken about how that experience shaped her understanding of her own abilities. It wasn't just about delivering a performance, it was about discovering how far she could go. And Reiner, in his own way, helped create the space for that transformation. In the years that followed, Bates' career expanded into roles that showcased her range and depth. She was no longer just an actress searching for recognition, she was a force within the industry. Reiner continued to build his legacy as a director, known for bringing out powerful performances from his cast. Looking back now, the story isn't one of conflict or controversy. It's one of process, of pressure turning into purpose, of challenge becoming growth. Because sometimes, the truth behind a performance isn't hidden in drama. It's found in the quiet moments, the decisions no one sees, the trust between artist and director. And maybe that's what Kathy Bates' reflections reveal most clearly. That behind every unforgettable performance, there's a journey. Not just of talent, but of understanding. If this story gave you a deeper look into Hollywood's hidden side, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more cinematic documentaries uncovering the untold stories behind legendary films and the people who brought them to life.